तू गया था इसके लिए? तू गया था इसके लिए? नहीं गया था इसके लिए। Evaluation में तो
ये तो पूरे गंद फैलाया ना, अभी उसको साफ करना है।
क्या?
पानी।
मैं तो साफ करूँ, जो वाला हाउसकीपिंग वो सब हाउसकीपिंग है या
तो इसको क्या पता है
हाउसकीपिंग आती है तो देखा था वो करना है पहली रहता है आता है
ये नहीं रखेगा तो वॉशरूम क्या था?
हाँ हाँ
ओ वाह, आज तो तुम जा रहे हैं।
Agriculture, we have completed third and fourth.
I don't think
I will then
third is completed.
Fourth, cotton, jute and tea.
Yes,
Yes.
done.
Done now? Okay.
Yes.
Transport.
1, 2, 3
Fourth, coming.
4
Fourth, tea, if it is completed, cotton, I remember now.
4
Huh?
cash crops
Cash crop, cotton, jute, tea, coffee. Remember or not? Just.
I was in there last year.
ओए आगे देखो ओ डॉन कैसा
You just check your book whether we have learned or not. Sardi check, you know.
क्या
Fourth lesson. We have completed
ओ
our-
ये मेरा हो गया हाँ हो गया
You were there last week. Fourth lesson completed.
एग्रीकल्चर 2 लेसन तो
Yes, completed. हमने बोला था ना ये वाला पास हम next class में भी आपको कंप्लीट करना है।
हाँ,
तो इसको बढ़िया वाला चैप्टर स्पोर्ट्स
fourth lesson. Third completed, yeah?
देखिए
198
Okay, let's have a fast recap of the things. The first lesson of agriculture we have learned about which are the different types of agriculture. Remember? Subsistence,
and then
commercial, intensive, extensive, then shifting, and one more, mixed. Okay, remember? And what are the challenges faced by the farmers also we have seen. Reforms introduced also we have studied. Okay. The chapter over. Then next lesson we have learned about food crops. In the food crops we have learned about basic cereals like rice and wheat. Then we also learned about millets and pulses. Remember? Now, third lesson we have entered into cash crops. The first type of cash crops we have studied there was about sugarcane, then oilseeds. Am I sure?
How I change sugarcane.
There must be coffee.
Coffee and all, this chapter we are coming. That is cash crops, fourth lesson. Sugarcane, what are the climatic conditions required, what are the soil requirements. Then we have also seen that what type of crops are different methods of cultivation. Do you remember? So which are the methods of cultivating sugarcane? Broadcasting means sowing that seeds. Then
Drilling. Set method.
set method.
Japanese.
Japanese is rice.
Rattoning.
Rattoning.
Sowing.
Set and rattoning.
Sowing.
Sowing already told. Sowing, set method and rattoning method. Do you know what is set method? Set method means that your part of that plant is cut from the joints and planted.
Have we done the third one?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that is what a set method. Rattoning means from the root, bottom part, it is cut and from the new shoots used to come. Got it? Then we have learned about the oil seeds, different types of oil seeds we have studied. We learned about which are oil seeds. So many varieties. Groundnut we have studied. Correct? Then which are the other oil seeds? Mustard. Learned or not? Then I don't remember. That is why I just from my memory I am just recording. Oysters, groundnut and mustard and soya bean. These are the three oil seeds we have studied. Let's move to the next lesson, agriculture fourth. Here also other cash crops we are studying. Okay. In this, what is cash crop by the by?
Commercial.
Commercial crops.
Commercial crop. But this type of crops when we are taking, these crops are categorized into two. One is the first category, cotton and jute. What type of crop is? It is fiber crops. Yes. Fiber crops. The first two, jute and cotton are fiber crops. Next two crops we have to study is tea and coffee. They are beverage crops. Okay, so two categories we are going to study. One is that cotton and jute, they are the fiber crops, and tea and coffee beverage crops. What is fiber crop?
Like coconut. Like coconut. Fiber.
Coconut is a fiber.
Jute for textile.
For textiles, that is fiber. Thread is separated. That is what coconut don't tell.
Woven fiber name.
Okay. So fiber crops are the crops from which that fiber or the thread is separated and it is used for making cloth. Okay. Now it is also, these crops are also plantation. all these four are done in plantations. What is plantation?
A land.
Large area, the large estate is used for a single crop. Rows are in rows, many of the crops are cultivated. If it is not cultivated in rows also, one single crop is grown on a large area. This is what the other important. Cotton and jute are fiber crops. They are also. Absent. Yeah, he's out of sight. Yes, last week also he was absent, no? No. Last week he was present. Don't remember the name, no?
Ma'am, that.
Slim little guy with
Yeah, ma'am, short,
curly hair.
I'm short, enthusiastic,
Not short.
energetic, something like that.
And I'll ask questions
अरे मैम
again
बहुत
and
पढ़ाई
again.
करता था आपसे क्वेश्चंस पूछता था
Like,
Good. What's your name? Yeah.
Punch.
And Sanskruti. Sanskruti. No, because most probably today will be our last this thing. No? So next week onwards, I won't be there. I just wanted to recall your this thing. At least now I'm checking your paper. I'm not even the main this
Now
thing.
remember my name, Punch. Punch in the people.
So many Anish are there. Even this is also. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Something she wanted to tell, but no. Fast you complete. Okay. See, on the area for which this kind of crops are cultivated, cotton area, that means the area which is meant for cultivating any crop, this cotton area is second. So, cotton we are studying, second in area. What is the meaning? Second in area means how much area is spent for that cash crop cultivation. Second in area is cotton. Got it clear? Now second point is that in production, fourth in the production. So all over the world, not only in India, fourth in the production. Yes. Next, we have to see that what is the purpose or what is the use of this cotton? Textile industry. So most important fiber which is used for production of textiles. Okay. Next point, which is the leading producer. That is, here we have seen fourth in the production. The leading producer is China. Most of the things, if you take anything that is crops or other production also, China leads the world in production. So it is very easy to remember, leading producer. Now what are the climatic conditions required? You have to tell one by one. Climate required. So temperature, what is the temperature requirement?
21 to 30 degrees Celsius.
21 to 30. Then
Rainfall.
Here 200 frost-free days.
that will come. First temperature. Okay, frost-free is very important. How much is the rainfall?
50 to 75 centimeter.
50 to 75 centimeter.
More than 85 centimeter destroys.
It is harmful. We know that when cotton bolls are growing, that time if rain is there, it is very harmful. Now, 200 for frost-free days. What is the meaning of this word? Frost, do you know what is frost? It's a kind of crystals of ice, that way. So if frost is there, that will kill that cotton bolts itself. So we will not get a production. So 200 days of frost free. Means 200 frost free days are essential for cotton growth. Got it? Like that is clear? Anything soil. The best soil for the growth of this cotton is black. Even alluvial and loamy soils are also good. But most important soil is black soil. Black soil is that regal soil. You have learned that lesson, no? Soil resources, have you learned?
Yes.
So there you have learned that which soil is known as which soil is good for the growth of cotton? Black soil. Okay. So that we have to remember always. So that is why in South India most of the cotton growing areas can be found. But alluvial and loamy soils are also good. And that's why nowadays some other areas are also tried for this. Next one is methods of cultivation. What are the methods of cultivation?
Sowing.
Sowing or by broadcasting. No? Then, what is the other method?
Harvesting.
So harvesting. Before that, when which is the crop season, kharif crop, and it is sown before the onset. Kharif crop is that with the onset of monsoon normally, but this crop before the onset, you just see now. Is it the monsoon season? No. 107 years record is broken yesterday. Means before that in the month of May, this much rain, 225 millimeters of rain in the month of May. Normally monsoon begin with June, and in the month of May, this much rain 107 years back happened. So that is why if we are preparing and waiting for this month to end, then this crop could not be sown. Before the onset of monsoon, so monsoon arrived early. Understood? So it should be sown before the onset of monsoon. Next. Broadcasting seeds are sown like that, scattering.
Let's throw it on the soil.
The seeds are scattered. Yes, any doubt? Anything else? Now let us come to harvesting. What is the method of harvesting? What is the method of harvesting? Cut, no.
Then we harvest
No.
to get fine.
Have you seen that cotton?
Yes.
Cotton. How it is?
And 5 colors of pretty.
Okay, cotton balls have to be plucked. Okay, the crop is harvested in the month of October when the cotton balls are ready to pluck. So when its outer covering, outer shell used to burst a little, that time it will be plucked. It is not plucked altogether. That is, it is as and how it is ready to. Understood? That the outer covering have to burst a little. That is the good time for plucking. And after that, next 2, 3, 4 pluckings used to be Understood? So October month it start plucking. What is that? Or picking you can say, or plucking you can say. And when it is ready, it is fully labor intensive. Machines, this one cannot be done. Most of the work is done by laborers. So the ready balls used to be plucked, and mostly 4 pluckings used to be done within that October, November month. Is it clear? Harvesting. Now this cotton balls are taken after harvesting. The crop passes through various stages. The first stage is ginning. You have to understand, you just write and keep it, otherwise you will not understand. What is ginning? Ginning is the process of separating seeds and the cotton. What is ginning?
Separating seeds and cotton.
So cotton, a kind of spindler type gin is there, and with the help of that one, the cotton and this middle part, the middle that kind of thread like that, and seeds used to be there around it. It has to be separated. So that process is called ginning. That is the first process. Are you writing? What is the first process? First process is ginning. Ginning is the process used to separate the fibers of the lint from the cotton seeds, and the short fiber or cinders which adhere to them. Eh? After the cotton has been picked, either by machine or by hand, it is done. The seeds may be crushed to yield oil. So when that, what is that? Separate seeds and this is the process, the first one. After that, seeds are sent to mill for extracting oil. Cotton oil is there. This is not a cooking oil. This cotton oil can be used for lubricants or other kind of work. Okay, so for when seeds are sent into the mill for extracting oil, and you know that like other this thing, oil seeds, the cake, oil cake which we get is a feed for the cattle. So ginning process you understood. Now after ginning, what happened? The cotton lint itself is baled to transfer to manufacturing region. Next is that the fiber which is separated, it is combed and washed and made into sliver. Understood? After that, that fiber. Silver, no, sliver. Sliver is that product which we get. That after that lint is separated, then that fiber-like substance which it is ready for making that cloth. Understood?
After extracting the oil.
Extracting the oil, that one is seeds only used for extracting oil. So here, separate the cotton fiber, that is fiber is that thread. That fiber is cleaned, washed and combed, and that material is called a silver. not a silver. Please don't write the silver, sliver. Okay. Then the sliver is fed to the spindles to spun the cotton yarn. Then afterwards, next spinning. Okay, spinning is the process of making yarn. Understood? After that sliver, it is put in that spindler to make a yarn. So that is called a spinning process. Next process is that this one is after spun yarn is sent to the textile mills to make a, what is that? Textile. So yarn is sent to mills to prepare textiles. Got it? So what are the process? After harvesting, ginning process. After that, the seeds are sent to the mills to extract oil. Then fiber is separated and washed and combed and made into sliver. And then it is given to spinning. Spinning is the process of making yarn. Then the yarn is sent to the mills for making textiles. Got it? Which are the processes?
Chilling,
Ah.
extracting,
That is from cotton seeds. Okay. Then
and then washing the fiber, moving it, and that makes it
slivers.
Then by spinning process.
Then textiles to make, sending to the textile mills to make textiles. These are the processes. Then when you see which are the varieties of cotton, there are 3 varieties of cotton. Are you marking all this thing? Which are the 3 varieties of cotton?
There are 5.
From that 3 only you have to learn.
Okay.
Short staple, that is less than 2.2 centimeters.
And long.
Medium. First one is short, second is medium, and third is long. These are the 3 varieties you have to learn. Short and
Superior long staple and superior medium staple.
that is what, no, this one's in between is coming. So first one is short staple less than 2.2 centimeter, and medium staple 2.2 to 2.8 centimeter, and long staple above 2.8 centimeter. Got it? Only that names you have to study. There is no need to write in detail. What is the length of that? Got it? So, which are the states where this cotton is produced? Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Punjab, Telangana, and Karnataka. Mark the places. Major producer is Gujarat and Maharashtra. Cotton.
Not Punjab, Haryana, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, and Andhra.
So major producer you can write Gujarat and Maharashtra. They are the black soil region. The other region, Punjab, Haryana, and all, in the alluvial soil, they are trying only. That is just not most important producers. Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and all can be added. But Gujarat and Maharashtra are the major producers. Got it? If it is asked to 2 major producers, if you are writing Punjab, Haryana, that answer is not so much correct. You have to write black soil region, which are Gujarat and Maharashtra. Got? Now shall we move to the next crop, jute? From this part, any doubt is there? Have you seen jute? No? That gunny bags, have you seen? So jute, from jute only gunny bags are produced. So jute is another type of fiber crop, but it's not like a cotton. It is a plant, short plant, from which this fiber is separated. And it is growing in that northeastern region, some West Bengal, Bihar and all that region only it is growing because it requires a lot of water at the same time alluvial soil. South India, this jute is not mainly not grown, but some regions they are trying in some varieties like Mesta and all. Okay, so what is jute, right? Jute is a long soft shiny fiber which can be used to spun coarse threads. COARSE, coarse threads.
Coarse threads.
See, you have seen that, what is it called, that for tying purpose, a kind of thick thread is made. Huh? Yeah, what is it? Sutli. Okay, so that is made up of jute. So that is why it is called coarse. The other material is soft. The other fiber is very, very soft. So here coarse thread can be made. Next, what is that? Jute is known as golden fiber. So sometimes a question they asked indirectly, which is known as golden fiber and why? What is known as golden fiber? Jute. Why? Because of that color as well as the revenue it fetch. Understood? Revenue. One is color.
No, sir, what is it used in commercial?
Commercial purpose, so many varieties are used. Like packing materials is there, carpet and all. So because of the money it get, that is plastic is now banned. In order to replace that plastic, this is according to the national jute policy. So jute is very costly. Understood. So revenue it fetch, it is known as golden fiber. Got it? Which is known as golden fiber? Jute. And why? One is because of the color and second is revenue it fetches. There are three varieties of jute. First one is white jute.
Can you use another marker? Can you use another marker? Dark one.
This is dark, no? This is dark.
Ma'am, no, that Bhaiya refilled the marker. Another one.
Which one?
Another one.
It's also not having. The first variety is white jute. White jute, it is about 75% of the total area is cultivated with white jute. See, in modern day, you might have seen when you go for shopping and all, a white kind of bag you are getting. Instead of that plastic, you are getting a bag, which is not usable for a long time. but it is a packing material made out of this white jute. Clear?
Those brown bags.
Brown bag is
white
that.
ऐसे threads की तरह ऐसा
हाँ.
वो ऐसा.
Okay, this is what white. The other one, gunny bag, that is another one.
अब वो paper bags में आते हैं ना.
Paper bag, but
Sweetie
but it cannot be used for long time. No, it cannot have that weight for.
No ma'am. एक बार मैं watermelon order किया था आके तो वही bag में.
Water bottle, no.
Melon.
Watermelon in that bag.
Yeah, it came and I put it. I did doubles.
I can't believe because paper bag cannot be.
Ma'am, it really came.
Two of the bags were
दो
got
बैग
to
है,
walk.
उसमें
Two of the
handle
bags
वाला
were
पकड़
got.
के काम में थे।
Handle था उसमें.
देखो हाथ से ही पकड़ना पड़ता है।
Sweetie Instamart का ना.
उसका हैंडल नहीं आता। ब्लिंकिट में
आता है. क्या बोल रही है?
हाँ, okay.
छोटा.
ब्लिंकिट में तो ऐसे पेपर बैग।
Next jute variety is Tosa.
Sweetie Instamart.
See, first variety is white jute. About 75% of that jute graduated is white jute. Then second variety is Tosa. Tosa is about grown only in uplands. That is 25%. This one is 75%. This one is 25%, and grown in uplands. Uplands means it cannot withstand that flood condition. So that is why higher elevations, this one Tosa variety is cultivated. Now third variety is Mista. Mista is a substitute of jute. It is a substitute of jute. I have told you jute is very important. Erase. No. Anybody have eraser? See, there was a kind of problem arise when the partition of India happened. So, major jute producing area in the world at that time was present-day Bangladesh. So, when India was divided, this present-day Bangladesh was known as East Pakistan.
Yeah.
East
Bangladesh was known as East Pakistan.
East Pakistan. Pakistan the Muslim majority area was into that Pakistan, so East Pakistan. Now, majority of the jute producing areas were in that country. Jute industries were there in India. Now you see there was a major problem India faced to feed the industries. So a kind of jute was made in a hurry. That means a variety was introduced so that it can feed the industry. So that way, a substitute type of jute was introduced that is called a Mesta. So you understood the concept. That is, Dhaka was the major producer at that time. It went to East Pakistan, later Bangladesh, and the industries were remained in India. To feed that industries, a lower quality and faster growing variety was introduced. That was Mesta. Clear which are the three varieties? Now, what is the importance of jute? See, jute is very important to replace the non-biodegradable plastic. So, this is biodegradable as it is grown in the soil and it is not an artificial fiber. So, it can be degraded. So that is why, in order to replace the non-biodegradable plastic, this is used. There is one more problem. It is very costly, as I have told you. Whatever varieties are made, it is very costly. Now there is a need to diversify the product. Now, if I give you a gunny bag to carry, that is in the place of that white jute bag or another one, I gave a gunny bag to you. That is brown color gunny bag. Will you carry that? You will ask that is am I a Bangar wala? So means it is not very comfortable for the common people to use. So what is to be done? Diversify the products. That is jute carpets and other jute material so that the demand will increase. One second example, if I am telling, I go to the shop, I want to purchase a bag. That is my shoulder bag or carry bag, whatever it is. So very nice jute bags are available, different colors and different designs and all. But the bag's cost is 1,500, 2,000 like that. Will I purchase that? In the place of that, I will get it for 300 or 400. I can use it for a few months and afterwards I can throw. That is why it should be made available at a reasonable rate so that the demand for it can increase. So, jute products to be diversified and the cost of that jute products to be reduced so that it should be available at an affordable rate. That is one of the the two challenges present jute industry is facing. Clear? Let us see what are the climatic conditions. Now you tell what is the temperature requirement?
24 to 35 degrees Celsius.
Means it is hot and humid climate required. Then rainfall. How much rainfall is required?
Annual rainfall more than 150 centimeter, about 2.5 centimeter to 7.5 centimeter of rain in a month during sowing period.
So you can say more than 150
Annual
rainfall. Okay. Then what is the type of soil? Then light,
alluvium,
sandy, clay. Okay, these are the types of soils required for its growth. See, climate is clear for you? It will require water. But we are growing it in the two types. One is upland and the other is lowland. So this sowing in February in lowlands and which month? March, April. Which month? March to June in uplands. Did you understand what is upland and lowland? Yes. What is that? Yes, you told.
It's something, but it's not.
Something. I explained it. The higher elevations in order to escape from the flood condition. That is upland. Lowland is that low-lying areas. See, hilly areas or that higher elevations, that is upland. So upland it is cultivated in March to June, and lowlands it is sown in the month of February. Clear?
Yes.
So it is like you tell me what is upland, June.
Only high elevation land to save from floods.
So it is sown in the month between March to June, and in the lower elevations, it is in the month of February. Now harvesting. See here, this part you have to understand what is the method. The plant as a whole is removed. Understood? See, when we studied about many other crops, different methods are there. Cutting that plant, that is the method. Most of the cereal crops we have studied. But in this crop, what is that? The plant is removed fully when it is that July, September. July to September, plant removed as a whole. Okay. Then it is bundled and soaked in water. This method is called retting. For jute, what is the method? The plant is plucked and bundled and soaked in water. So that is why most of that jute growing areas are around Hooghly River. Nowadays, Hooghly River is in West Bengal. So nowadays, artificial ponds are made for soaking this. The reason is that this river can carry this bundles away. So that is why artificial ponds are created so that in 20 to 25 days pond. Then it can be soaked for around 20 to 25 days. Then the outer cover of the stem will be peeled off and thread can be separated. This is a process called a retting process. Got it? Yes, you tell. What is retting method?
Artificial pond.
Artificial pond, no. Half of the things only you are listening.
What is retting method?
Retting.
Yeah, Martin.
Seeing it now.
Yes, I'm seeing it.
Retting method is a method where the plant is bundled,
Yeah.
around, which is tied and then put on it. That is also put inside the
Soak in that water.
Yeah.
So
She
it's
said
like
yes.
artificial.
Yes.
What
What
is
she said
it
yes.
Then afterwards, what is happening? After
Whatever she said, I said yes.
20-25 days, that the stem is peeled off and the thread is separated. This process is called a retting process.
No, where is it?
It is
So,
Then after that washing and drying, it is pressed into bales and transported to the mills. Jute harvesting is by hand by pulling up the stem. It is dried and stripped off unwanted leaves and is put in water and allowed to rot. This process known as retting was done by submerging the jute into ponds and streams, but now done in special tanks or artificial. Which are the areas where that jute is producing? West Bengal, Bihar, Assam, Odisha, Tripura, Terai region of Uttar Pradesh. You don't have to learn the whole places and all. You just major regions only that the states you underline. West Bengal, Bihar, Assam, Odisha, Tripura, Terai region. Okay, got it where it is produced? Now we are going to see the beverage crops. Two important beverage crops are included, and India is famous for both. From the British time onwards, India is a major exporter of tea. So it is believed that they have introduced in a large scale. But in the actual the history, it was invented by this tea leaf was invented by a Buddhist monk accidentally. Because when he tried to drink that water or that hot water made by putting it, he felt a different flavor and he invented it. But in the last scale,
I mean, he not invented, he
must have
discovered
found
it.
it.
He
Found it.
discovered it.
That means from the forest he could find this one. But it was actually introduced in India on a large scale plantation farming by the British. Let us see what are the climatic conditions required for the growth of tea. What is it? Like a beverage crop and a plantation. Beverage and a plantation crop and mostly a bushy plant. This it grows in bushes. Okay. What is that major this thing? Climatic condition required for its growth? Temperature. Irene? Well. Hmm. Hmm?
24 to 30 days.
See, exam time also you should be like this. Like after not getting mark, then you will get was not out. Okay. Temperature condition is 24 to 30 degree Celsius, but the 25 degree Celsius is most suitable for its growth. What is the rainfall condition?
Annual rainfall average 125 to 375 centimeters.
See, when we study about almost all the crops, this much high rainfall requirement is not found. So you have to learn it. That is what is the rainfall requirement. Tea require rainfall of about 125 to 375 centimeters of annual rainfall. Okay. That,
But over here it is given at least once 50 centimeters.
one
Throughout the year.
that is evenly distributed.
So throughout the year it should be up to 3.
So the 150 centimeters throughout the year.
What
Means-
hummus?
Huh?
Hummus.
How much?
I mean, soil mass rich in hummus and iron.
Humus. Humus is that vegetal and animal remains are there in the top layer of the soil. No, that is
I mean, is it hummus?
humus. No, humus.
Hummus खाने का होता है.
लेकिन same spelling है ना दोनों.
ये भाई.
Same spelling है ना
हाँ,
दोनों.
करो इसको.
Hummus, AMASO.
So that vegetal remain mostly that vegetal remains in the top soil. Okay.
Tasteful.
What's the taste?
Taste
Taste
your
The
point is
taste.
clear.
Taste.
तूने खाया नहीं है ना?
What are the methods of cultivation? You just listen. Methods of
कभी खाया नहीं है, कभी देखा नहीं है, स्पेलिंग तो नहीं पता, जो होता है खाया चलो.
देखा है मतलब देखा है 2-3 बार देखा है.
Hummus क्या होता है? देखा तो कैसे पता? ग्रीन चटनी.
अरे उसका ग्रीनी है बोलता है.
There are two ways of tea plantation. One is from the seeds. That in nurseries, these seeds are sown to plant to make new plants. So that is first method. That is nurseries are created and the seeds are sown to make new plants. Another is that cuttings. cutting is that from that bush, that a good plant, from the good plant, the buddings are made. What? See that what is that cloning type? That is a new plant is created from on the mother plant from a good variety of plant. So both the plants good production can take place. That cloning you used to tell, that is what another way name is that budding. That is the plant's part is cut and joined to the mother plant, and from the plant is grown out. So that these are the two methods. One is seeds and the other is from cuttings. Yes, you read from that. What are the methods of cultivation of tea?
Tea gardens are laid out on cleared hill slopes under the shade of trees raised in advance. Beds of trees like silver oak to serve as wind barriers are also raised on the borders. Tea is cultivated in two ways. From seeds, tea plants can be raised from tea seeds. High quality seeds are sown in the well prepared nurseries. These saplings are transplanted within a year in the purpose tea gardens at the distance of 1 meter on all four sides. From cuttings, tea shrubs can be also grown in nurseries from cuttings of high-yielding varieties. This is known as clonal planting method of propagation of tree. When the saplings are 20 centimeters high, they are transplanted in the tea garden. This method of cultivation of tea ensures high quality and better yield as new plant has all qualities of mother plant from which the cuttings have been taken. Tea gardens are set up on hill slopes because of the high altitude provided to the required climatic conditions, and the slopes protect the crops from the annual inundations and stagnant water during the rains.
Inundation you have learned in 9th standard. Inundation. Inundation. When no. Inundation is that
Flow of water.
water. Then stagnation of water means the water.
Still water.
So that in order to prevent that water to stagnate, that the hill slopes are made for growing tea in a rounded hill way. That is, you have learned about contour type of. So roundabout way it is planted. Now harvesting. You read that harvesting and processing. Processing later.
Harvesting, plucking of leaves. The pruning of the bush starts after 2 years in order to maintain the height and diameter of the plant limited to 1 meter. In India, picking is much more frequent. At lower elevations, tea is picked every 10 days during the growing season and at higher altitudes. Every 15 days. Picking goes on all the time during the southwest monsoon season from early April to mid-November. On an average, there are between 16 and 20 pickings a year. Frequent pruning encourages the rapid production of fresh leaves and shoots. The tea shrub continues to be productive for about 50 years, after which restocking is necessary. Tea picking is a skillful job, requiring patience and judgment. It is usually done by women who are better pickers and can be employed at relatively cheaper rates. Two tender leaves and a bud or shoot, known as fine plucking, are usually plucked from each stem.
See, it's a very different way of harvesting. Before that itself, when the plant is growing, in order to maintain the height in a particular way, they used to prune that top part and level it. So if it is growing at a height more than 32 meters, then it is very difficult for them to pluck the leaves. Because the tea leaves are to be plucked. That is, when it is tender, that particular growth is required and tender leaves have to be plucked. So when it is two leaves and one shoot together is a good luck. So they mostly women are employed for that. High expertise and skill is required for that plucking. If the leaf are matured, then the leaf is not good. Its fragrance is not there. So that is why regularly the bush have to be pruned, cutting and shaping. That is what we call the pruning. And afterwards, plucking. April onwards, plucking will start, and throughout that monsoon season, that plucking will be done, and that is continuously, that is lower than 10 pluckings and higher elevations 15 pluckings. That way they used to do. Understood? That is tea plucking. Now, afterwards, next method is processing. Processing, you read processing, each and every one have to be stopped.
There are 4 types of tea, each one is processed differently. These types are black tea. The crush, tear, curl method of processing is used by drying the leaves, crushing them in a machine and fermenting them. This tea is taken with milk and sugar in India. In processing black tea, the following steps are taken. Withering. The gathered leaves are first withered or dried in the sun for a day or two to extract moisture.
The first process after plucking the tea leaves, it is withered. That withered means spread on the sunlight. Hardly for 2 days, maximum 2 days. Before that, if it is more than 2 days, means that fine aroma will not be there and it gets spoiled. So it is for just next process to be done for preparing for the next process. This drying on the. So that is what withering.
Rolling.
Yeah.
They are then rolled mechanically between steel rollers to break up the fibers. The leaves are dried again or baked lightly over charcoal fires until they become reddish brown in color. Fermentation.
So it is twisting the leaves to break the cells. So then it is a process of fermentation. You know that fermentation is done to increase that juice. So that purpose, sometimes what they are doing, it is done by giving a fire down and this one is kept up. So by giving a type of smoke, this fermentation is done. Okay?
The leaves are allowed to ferment and this reduces the amount of tannic acid in the tea by half. But this does not impair its flavor.
So it's a fermentation method. It is not that impairing the flavor, but it reduces the tannic acid from the tea leaves.
Drying. Further fermentation is checked by roasting and drying the leaves over a fire or in an oven until they are black in color.
It is a kind of roasting and drying the leaves. Through a conveyor belt, it is allowed to pass. So through that conveyor belt, when it is passing, ovens are there, and the drying and roasting is done.
Withering. Blending. Expert blenders and tea tasters further blend the various grades of tea to give it special aroma and make many proprietary brands.
So it is coming in the name of Tata, then different
Yes.
brand names it is coming. So this blending time only, this different brands are available. Okay. Next.
Green tea. Green tea is not dried in the sun but in ovens after the leaves are steamed in large vats and crushed in machines. It is not fermented. This variety of tea is consumed in China and the Far East. In the preparation of green tea, the picked leaves are heated immediately by roasting them over hot iron pans and are later rolled.
Then the leaves are dried, graded, and packed. We know that green tea is as it is we are getting. So in that process, it is not withered, it is not rolled, it is not fermented. Directly after picking, what process is done? Heated by roasting them on iron pans. Then afterwards, when it is dried, graded and packed. This is how green tea is prepared.
There is no fermentation process and the leaves remain green even if they are dried, graded and packed. Green teas are highly flavored and stronger stimulants because of their higher tannin or tannic acid content. They usually taken without milk or sugar after brewing with boiling water.
You know that green tea, how many of you have tasted green tea?
Very bad.
Very bad.
Yes.
I mean, it's relatively good.
No, it is good.
Very
So,
Okay.
it is, see,
Healthy.
lemon flavored is there, honey flavored is there, so that there is no need of sugar to be added, and so it is very good than any other, because tannic acid is remaining in the other processes. Tannic acid is removed. Okay, oolong tea and brick tea first.
Oolong tea. This variety of tea is greenish brown and is prepared by partially drying and fermenting the leaves. From the tea gardens, a high-grade semi-fermented oolong tea is produced. Much of it is shipped to the United States.
So this is a variety of tea which is prepared partially drying and fermenting. It is not that the whole processes are not done, partially dry, fermented and then exported to other countries. Then brick tea.
In this variety, the inferior and coarser leaves, stems, and tea dust are compressed into rectangular blocks of brick tea. Such tea is normally consumed in Russia and Tibet.
So it is bigger than pieces. We know that sometimes tea leaves as it is are also available. It is crushed in that rectangular blocks and then made available. Okay. So those who want that type of tea, that one is available. Little bigger size if it is required, that is also available. So many varieties are there. Just powder tea is also available. So according to the process, it is known by different names. Which are the major tea producing areas? Assam, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. That the tri-junction of Kerala, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu is one of the major producer. In higher elevations, that Darjeeling, then Assam.
Baba Buddha.
Baba Budan, that is Karnataka part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucy.
Yes. Aditya. Coffee.
Fakir Baba Buddha.
Coffee. The coffee plant was introduced in India by Fakir Baba Budan during the 17th century. He brought the seeds from Arabia, and the first seedlings from these were raised in the Baba Budan hills in Karnataka. Coffee cultivation became more firmly established during the earlier decades of the 19th century, when it also spread to several other districts in Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. Varieties of coffee. The varieties of coffee grown in India are the following. Coffee Robusta. It is grown in the lower elevation districts of South India, where coffee arabica does not thrive well. It is also more hardy but yields poorer quality coffee. It can survive even in arid conditions and it is disease resistant. Coffee Liberica is a hardy.
You have to remember only the three varieties: coffee robusta, coffee liberica, and coffee arabica. So coffee robusta is the best quality. The other two are lesser qualities. I don't think so that all things are required. You want to read it, please?
But here it is written, it is also more hardy but yields poorer quality.
Eh?
Here it is written but yields poorer quality coffee.
Poorer quality coffee.
Yes.
Ah.
In Robusta.
Robusta. No, no, that is fine. This one it is not there, that is why. Then you read. I thought that afterwards, that 50, if time permits, you could see that. What is that? Through video. Because afterwards I am thinking about taking that transport this.
This is a hardy and disease-resistant species suited to lowland rather than upland conditions. It gives heavy yields of moderate quality coffee. Both Robusta and Liberica are particularly suitable for making instant coffee and thus gaining greater importance. Coffee
What is instant coffee?
This.
just
Powder.
add milk or
So there are other varieties. One of the major producer of coffee.
That is Liberica.
So see that the coffee that beans, not exactly it is called beans. So this one roasted, grinded, and then powdered. And in South Indian conditions, they drink it without milk, that black coffee they used to drink. That is not this variety, instant coffee variety, other variety. Okay, Nescafe and all, brew coffee, these all are instant coffee variety. The other one is preparing like tea. That means boiling in the water and then boil the water and putting that powder and okay.
coffee arabica. It is the finest coffee, but it is very delicate and susceptible to leaf and other diseases. It is grown in over 60% of the area under coffee and slopes ranging from 750 to 1,500 meters high. Its main varieties are Chicks, Cokes, Kents, Coffee arabica. Mark, Bhopal, Bourbon, Amarillo, Blue Mountain, etc. It produces superior quality beans and hectare yield varying from 500 to 600 kg.
Okay, all the three varieties clear to you? Any doubt is there? Huh? Then you, if we are completing, you could see that. That is why I am telling. Climatic condition. What is the required climatic condition? Read.
Temperature. Coffee plant requires warm climate and a moderate supply of moisture. But there must be a fairly long spell of dry weather for the beans to ripen. It cannot stand frost nor very high temperatures. That is above 30 degrees Celsius. Strong sunshine and snowfall both are harmful to the plant. Its cultivation, therefore, is restricted to areas where the mean annual temperature does not exceed 28 degrees Celsius.
So see when you are writing that climate, very briefly it is written in that volume. So you see that how much temperature, how much rainfall. Okay, it's given. Rainfall is 150 to 200 centimeters, well distributed throughout the year. See, compared to that tea, it is a tree type. It is not allowed to grow so high because again pruning is done to reduce that height, maintain the height so that the beans can be harvested because it is coming like a bunch only, so it has to be removed. So that is why pruning is done to reduce the height of the tree because people cannot climb on the tree and then pluck it. So that is very difficult. So that is why maintaining the height that pruning is done. Then what is that? Methods of cultivation. Coffee is propagated from seeds or cuttings in a nursery, and after few months the saplings are transplanted in the field. What are the methods? Propagated from seeds, that is growing from, that is in the nurseries this plant is allowed to grow and then transplanted. That also few months it should stay. When other crops are there, few days only it is required to grow, but here few months are required to grow into a plant. Then plants are positioned 3 meters apart. 3 meters means as it is a tree type plant.
I mean, India is the largest supplier of tea.
It is largest exporter also.
China is first.
China, no.
Tea, China is first producer.
Cuba.
Producer of tea.
Cuba.
Cuba.
And like large exporter is India.
Then they are pruned annually to ease picking and to ensure heavy bearing of coffee berries. I told you this. The tree is kept to a height of 1.5 to 2.5 meters. Harvesting. Harvesting of coffee is usually done in the fourth or fifth year after the plantation. Coffee picking is done by hand by removing the ripe berries from the stalk. Processing. There are two methods. One is that dry method. Dry method is that the coffee beans are plucked, then it is that the shells are removed, dried, roasted and powdered. Understood? That is dry method. Yeah. Then wet method means it is parchment of coffee which consists of removal of skin, pulping, fermenting, washing and drying. It did not require that way. That means directly it is not drying and roasting. It required the processing like a removal of skin, pulping, fermenting, washing and drying. So all these processes, mechanized processes are used. Clear? That the other one, dry method, that is the native method. That is roasting and drying, roasting and powdering. So that the fragrance, that coffee without losing that fragrance, maintaining it, that all roasting process and all within that premises system. So the other one is machines are used, that much fragrance will not be there. It is losing that. Because washing and other processes, when it is pulping and all when it is done, the natural flavor is losing. But the other process, wet dry method, the natural fragrance is maintained. Okay? Take a video and you see that which crop you want to see, that much. Jute you want to see or coffee you want to see? Which crop you want? Very nice videos with the processing and all it is there.
भाई और इधर कर देना फ्री इसको पहले प्लीज और ले आओ और ले
Which you want to see?
Coffee. Ma'am, let's see the animals of India. Coffee.
Coffee recipe, no.
Huh?
The process of
Okay.
coffee
Thank you.
cultivation and
एक जर्नी ऑफ कॉफी मैम यस पहला लगा I know. Correct.
क्या हुआ भाई?
Like क्या फर्क Break, break, break. भाई वो जो टकरा है ना सोया वो सोफा पे I mainstream सोफा पे सोया
वो उस दिन वाले
हाँ